Hello everyone. Today we're going to be starting out making a Pixton storyboard. This is going to help you kind of get focused on what your main idea of your story in Pixton is going to be. And then you're going to make a little step-by-step of what's going to happen in your storyboard before you start working on your storyboard, okay? It makes it so the ideas are clear in your head and you know step-by-step what each frame or each part of the story is going to be, okay? So the first thing over here is, what is the main idea of my Pixton? So my Pixton that I created, the main idea of mine was Mr. Carr's class. Let's go. Yeah, that's fine. Creates a Pixton story. Okay, so Mr. Carr's class creates a Pixton story, and I can stretch this out so it fits better in this area here, okay? So that's the main idea of what my story is about Mr. Carr's class creating a Pixton story. Okay, so what is the source of my information? Where does my information come from? A lot of ours is coming from the growth mindset videos. So that's really where a lot of this one that I created comes from. Yep, let me change that, click here. There we go, and I'm going to stretch this out so it fits better in that corner. Okay, and if you want to click here, you can make it so it's centered like that. There you go. All right, why is this important? So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say students may become frustrated while making a Pixton story. All right, period. So that's why I wrote mine, is because students may become frustrated. And whose point of view is this? The point of view is students. Yeah, students in the story. All right, now, first thing here's where the story starts, and then it goes around step by step like this. So, what is the topic? What is the beginning of it? So, Mr. Carr tells the class they are going to make a Pixton. Okay, period. All right, now, what I can do to make it so it fits in this box better, I can stretch it out like that. You see how that fit in the box. I can also come up here and I can get rid of the border. Watch what happens when I make it transparent. See how now that triangle disappeared, okay? So let me do it the next one. So Mr. Carr tells the class they're going to make a Pixton. I probably should capitalize Pixton here. Let's do that. All right, so the next step number 2, what happens in the next one? I'm going to get rid of the step 2 and I'm going to write in this. Mr. Carr tells them to make a storyboard, period. Okay, now same thing here. If I click here, I can stretch this out just a bit. I can stretch it this way too. That way it fits in here better. Also, I can come up here and I can click right here on the border and make it transparent so the border disappears. Okay. Now I also forgot to put my name right here. Bad, Mr. Carr. This is called Mr. Carr's Pixton storyboard. There we go. And I can stretch that out so it fits in here better. So we all need to know how to stretch out these text boxes and move things around. Okay. Now watch what happens if I click here and I push delete. Oh no, Mr. Carr, my whole my whole mind map is destroyed. No, it's not. If you come right up here right away and you just go edit undo, it will go back to normal. Now, if I start typing and I exit out, yes, it's gone forever. But if you just go edit undo right when you make the mistake, there's no problemo, no problem. Okay, so this first thing, Mr. Carr tells them they're making a Pixton. Mr. Carr tells them they're making a storyboard. The next part of my story is 2 students don't know what a storyboard is, period. Okay, now I'm going to stretch this out just a little bit more this way, a little bit more this way, That way it fits in here better. Plus, I'm going to get rid of the border by just clicking here and making it transparent. There you go. Okay, so there's a second part. 2 students don't know what a storyboard is. The next one, let's see here. And I'm going to go here. The students talk about the storyboard and the characters and setting. Period. Okay, now I'm going to have to squeeze this over this way just a bit so it fits in there, and squeeze it this way. If I need to grab it and move it just a bit, I can move it too. And then I'm going to get rid of the border by making it transparent. See, the border is still there, but now it's transparent. Also, this red line here underneath tells me I misspelled that. So if I click here, if I click on the word and then right click on the word, it will give me possible choices, and that was the correct one. Okay, so here we go. Mr. Carr tells the class they're going to make a Pixton. Mr. Carr tells them to make a storyboard. 2 of the students don't know what a storyboard is. The students talk about the storyboard and the character and setting. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Another student, I'm going to get rid of where it says step 4. You don't want that in there. Another student, let's see here, participates in the conversation. Participates in the conversation. Okay, I'm going to stretch it this way. I'm going to stretch a little bit more so that word conversation fits in there all the way. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of the border. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, so now we have, so far it's going this way. You're going to keep going. Now, if you're going to figure out how many different steps your story is going to take. Okay, now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you the Pixton that I made that goes with the storyboard. You always make the storyboard first and then the Pixton. I did mine the opposite, but I want to show you what it looks like. Okay, so here is my Pixton. Okay, here it is. So here's Mr. Carr. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to create a story on Pixton. Okay, that was the first spot. Remember right here? That was the first one. Here's the second one. First, you will start with a storyboard to create an outline for your story. Okay, there's my second spot. Gontran, do you know what a storyboard is? Look, she's confused. I'm not sure, but I think Mr. Carr will tell us. Let's listen. Okay, so that was the second part. 2 students don't know what a storyboard is. Okay, so let's go over here. Now, I probably should have written this in the next box. I didn't. That's why I should have kept my storyboard. A storyboard is a flow map that shows the sequence of events that will happen in the story. If it helps to clarify the purpose, it helps to clarify the purpose and direction of the story. That way, your story has a beginning, a middle, and a conclusion. Okay, so that was that part. And then they go, that makes sense. Do you know what you're going to write about? I don't know yet. Once I decide the main idea, I will think about the characters, setting, and plot. Okay, and if you look, that was this one right here. The students talk about the storyboard and the characters, setting, and plot. Now the next one, another student participates in the conversation. Let's see what happens. That's a great idea. We want to have a basic idea of the plot before we start writing. Yeah, then we can create the dialogue and the details. The dialogue is the words. Those are the words that people talk about, is called the dialogue. Okay, here's the next part. Uh-oh, Gontran doesn't look very happy. I think this will be very challenging. Do you think you can write a story? I think we can do it if we take our time and try our best. Yeah, you're right. If we listen to Mr. Carr's instructions and his advice, we can do this. Here comes Noah. Hey guys, this should be fun creating our stories. Hi Noah. At first we were a little confused and nervous about the project, but we are feeling more confident now. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll have fun with the project. All that Mr. Carr wants is for us to try our best. He would never be upset with anyone that focuses and tries their best. Plus, we can help each other in the breakout rooms. Let's get started. Sure, I'm going to take my time and work hard. I'm not going to give up when I run into challenges. Yeah, because you're going to run into challenges, right, Gantran? It's great to have friends and work as a team. Now, he didn't actually say this. This is what he's thinking. When you see bubbles like this is what he's thinking, whereas these other ones, that's what they're talking about. So when you change this to what he's thinking, it'll look like that, okay? And here we go. Gontran says, let's go and get started. He's got his fist in the air because he's excited and they're all happy, okay? So that was my Pixton about growth mindset. And if you take a look over here, I'm not done with my storyboard. I should have done my storyboard first, but I kind of wanted to show you what it would look like in the end. So I'm going to finish my storyboard that goes with my story, and then I'm going to put it into our Google Classroom. Remember, you don't need to have all 9 steps if you don't want 9 steps, okay? If you only want to put 6 in, that's fine. If that's how long your story is, just going to be 6 steps, then that's fine, okay? And then you can just come and delete the other boxes if you don't want them, if you don't need them. So delete them at the end. Do not delete them at the beginning. Just when you're all done, if you have extra boxes, just delete them. That will work. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Have a good day.